The Jeff Stoltman question, I thought this was funny. You emailed this to me ahead of time. Hey, I love your blog, but I sometimes can't find information because there is so much stuff to read through. Yeah, if you want to talk about an occupational, a moment of Cerebus hazard, there's one near the top of the list. Anyway, I can't find the answer to this question. Do you know if I'm able to get one of the last day stickers that Dave has to correct the spine on the collection? I bought the book right away from In-Stock Trades, so mine doesn't have it. If you don't know the answer, do you know how I can find out? Thanks for your time. And the good news is that Rolly mailed you, Matt Dow, I believe, a couple of dozen of the stickers.
Okay.
Did they arrive?
I haven't gotten them yet, but when did he mail them?
I'm going to say not last Thursday, the Thursday before that.
Okay. That means they're probably going to show up tomorrow.
You volunteered because most of the demand is going to be in the U.S. Which is very kind of you. Just anybody that wants one, I'll throw it in an envelope and I'll mail it to you. So, and the same thing with Canada. We got a bag full of last day stickers. So they're sitting right there. I even said to Rolly, in case their aim isn't really good and their hand starts to shake or something like that, send them like 3 stickers, so they have like three chances to get it as straight as they want it to be. Whether or not that's actually straight, they could have eyesight problems that they're not aware of. But that's all that's really important, is that it looks straight to them.
Okay. So anyone,
What's that?
Anyone in your neck of the woods should send a self-addressed stamped envelope to P.O. Box. Oh man, I should remember this off the top of my head, and I don't remember it anymore.
1674, Station C, Kitchener. Kitchen with ER on the end, N2G, 4R2. Just think of R2D2's retarded younger brother. So there you go, Jeff. You will get your sticker, and all you have to do is contact Manly at a moment of Cerebus and say, I'm up for a sticker. Here's my address, and as soon as Manly's got them, you'll get yours.
Unless, of course, Jeff's in Canada, in which case I'm going to refer him back to you.
There you go. That's true. You don't know that necessarily, do you? They've got their email address and they're inside your television, but that's all you know about them.
Well, it's when Ian won the last day panoramic remark auction, he's like, so how do I pay? And I'm like, well, the easiest way is go to Service Downloads and just, donate. And he emailed back going, well, I can't, it's 1, 5, or 10. That's all I can do. What's, and I'm like, okay. When you click on it, it'll say quantity, and you just up the quantity of the $5 to 73, I think it was.
Right.
I did the math of you bid 255, or 20 whatever, 203 or whatever. Divide that by or 205, and it was divide that by 5, and that's how many you have to buy. Yeah, I figured that out as soon as I sent you the email. I'm like, okay, well, it's we're pretty low tech, and and as I said, it sounds dumb, but it totally works.
That's the thing. And we're not really about the sizzle around here. We're about the steak. It's if it works, let's stick with what works, and let's not get fancy here. Just plug in the quantity on the 5, and Bob's your uncle.
So I'm circling. You sent me all the the T8 promo stuff that got returned, and you specifically said use it as prizes, and I'm going, okay, that means a contest. Contest means work. So now I'm, it's that do what Dave says versus that sounds like work, and so I'm still circling exactly how I'm going to phrase it and how I'm going to pitch it, but the pre-pitch is I'm going to sell it, and whatever I make, I'm going to donate up to the Sodor Fund. But the hitch is, so like the T8 postcards, I'm going to sell them for $10 a piece, but if you don't want me to mess with them, it's an extra $5. Because there's a part of me that's like, I got the Hello Spawny stamp, I got, there's 20 beguiling ones, and I have this insane idea. It's completely and totally batshit of finding a Mort Drucker Clint Eastwood drawing, printing it out, tracing it onto the card, and inking it myself, because it's going to look horrible, I know it is, but I just like the idea of this is the beguiling card number 3 with Clint Eastwood from the beguiling, poorly rendered by Matt.
It's your call, sunshine. You want your card in unmapped out condition, or do you want your card mapped out?
Well, and
I'm just sitting right here. I can play it either way.
Well, and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I know I'm going to say it, and like Margaret's going to go, yes, mess with the card. That'll be funny. And I know other people will be like, I'll give you 20, send me 2 cards, and don't even look at them.
Don't map down my cards, buddy.
And then there's the original art cards, and I'm thinking, I can sell those. And I'm thinking, because the postcards, I got an idea, because Spatula bought a couple of them off of eBay. I'm like, well, what'd you pay? And he told me. And I'm going, okay, so, about $10 would be a fair market price for a postcard signed by Dave. And I'm like, but the original art cards, some of those were going on the Kickstarter for hundreds of dollars. And some of them were going for less than hundreds of dollars. Depending on what was on the card. And, it's a seller's market. This card is really cool, so we want a lot of money. And this card, this was the 8th one Dave did that day, so we'll give you a deal. And there's a part of me going, I could do the same thing with those, where, hey, for $70 you can get an original art card. And for $100, I won't color in Cerebus. Well, he's gray. He's supposed to be gray. I got a gray marker. This will totally work. And I'm going, I can see the fan base going, you're the evilest interim editor we've ever had. And I'll be like, I'm the only interim editor you ever had.
Really? It's like, don't call it the Matt Dow shakedown rack. That's a very unpleasant expression. It's accurate, but it's very, very unpleasant. Okay. Well, that gets me psyched for one of the few things that is in the basement. Now that when I cleaned out everything in the basement, in the weirdly optimistic idea that I was going to be able to get the basement floor lowered and get the basement finished. One of the things that I just have no idea what to do with these is a small box of envelopes that I mailed to comic book stores. Same deal. Mailed it to comic book stores. It turned out to no longer exist, and they got returned. And they're the comic store dividers, the back issue bin dividers, slightly taller than a comic book, and what it says on it is, as seen on Cerebus TV. So the idea was anything that I promoted on Cerebus TV, the stores would watch Cerebus TV and go, oh, I've got some of those. I will take my as seen on Cerebus TV header card and put it behind that, which would then promote the thing I was promoting on Cerebus TV and Cerebus TV. So that's another complete rarity. I would be be guessing how many of those there are downstairs. I think it was 500 cards per store, and nobody has these. I would guess. Margaret's probably sitting there going, "Huh? What? Why don't I have one of those?" And it's like, yeah, you could run the Mat Down Shakedown racket on that one really good.
Well, I'm just thinking. I mean, my racket's pretty small change, but are they white backing boards or white dividers?
They're like color. It's the Cerebus TV color logo at the top, and then enough space at the bottom so that you would put it in behind a comic book, either on the shelf or as a divider. And it was like a major red flag, real red, bright blue Cerebus TV logo. I will at least dig out one to whet everyone's appetite, and I'll leave it out back at Camp David for Rolly and say, can you scan one of these and send it to Matt now? I'll get him to take a picture of me holding one of them up.
Well, I'm just thinking if they're remarkable, you could do remarks on them and try to make some money that way. Of the moderately priced or high moderate, as the case may be, $50, $60, this one didn't turn out so good, $45.
I never know that. I'm consistently surprised by which things Cerebus fans go, "Oh, this is a good one," and yours isn't too bad either. I wish I had Cerebus fan taste, because I would probably be able to make a lot more money at my own racket.
I mean, I'm thinking there's a couple different angles on. Okay, the deal is it's a Cerebus head sketch when it only takes Dave 5 minutes to do a decent one, 10 minutes it's a really decent one, 20 minutes and it's turning into Jeff Seiler's Cerebus Guide to Self-Publishing, where there's just there's little extra bits that they're there because they're there, and So how much is it worth to someone for 20 minutes of Dave's time? $1 a minute, $5 a minute. If they're that yenta with more money than brains, $100 a minute.
Right.
And this is one of them. This is why I'm just the suggestion guy. I'm not the, hey, why don't you go do that guy? You can film yourself doing them and turn them into weekly updates.
Right.
I'm all about that cross-promotional synergy stuff that I heard about on the TV that one time.
That one time there. Yeah. That's... and unless I'm missing something here, I'm the guy that controls the supply. I mean, I'm the Cerebus TV full-color header card drug cartel that you hear about in Mexico, where you just don't want to mess with this guy. If I say there's only going to be one of them this month, there's only going to be one of them this year. If you don't get this year, you got to wait until next year until there's another one of those.
Well, I'm also thinking of it the other way of, okay, you grab 20 of them and it's okay, we auction off, you're going to get one. We don't know what it looks like yet, because until you pay, Dave doesn't start. It's one of those when the timer starts and when the money runs out, the sketch stops. So he might not have both eyes.
Right.
You want to pay $50, you get $50 worth, but we're charging by the minute or whatever. $10 you go for 5 minutes, whatever. I'm thinking that would be a pretty decent racket if we can get these suckers. I mean, you're adoring and adorable fans to go along with it.
Right. Which you can with a reservation here with with all of the money that Margaret Liss has spent on Cerebus stuff over the years, a good chunk of which I've gotten, Aardvark Vanaheim has gotten, and then I've gotten from Aardvark Vanaheim. Dave, just give Rolly one of the damn backing board dividers, full color Cerebus TV, and send it to Margaret. But then I get into, well, okay, I got a lot of people in that category that I could send stuff to. That's the theory behind the Raymark auction catalog. Is okay. I'm printing these up. I can say that they're $25 Canadian each, and I get to decide who gets one for free. Same thing with the Raymark edition. It's like, okay, let's try this where the Brain Trust gets a free one. And it's like, that's a sensible thing to do. Doesn't make money on that specific one, particularly since, you have to mail 10 of them. But that gets into short-term, long-term. If this promotes the Cerebus Raymark editions and I sell a bunch of them, then it's worth doing. And it's like, the question always becomes, okay, what's a bunch? And a bunch can vary quite widely around here. I'm more talking about, again, in terms of Cerebus taste, of Kristen, who got the Into the Light, the Cerebus #1 Raymark edition, and sent me the check and said, this would be good. Do more of these with other parts of Cerebus' history, and suggested, what about a baby throwing Raymark? And it's like, see, why can't I come up with that? I'm the guy that created this damn thing. I'm the one who wrote the baby throwing page. Why isn't it the first thing that comes to mind? And I'm thinking it would be particularly good with the Into the Light Raymark, because it's Cerebus, at the absolute end of his life, where he's going into the light, and it would make a very sensible image of Cerebus reacting to looking into the light, having just come out of his life flashing before his eyes, and he's looking at the baby throwing panel and getting that uh-oh look on his face.
I'm not going to lie.
You see, there you go. It's like, why can't I come up with stuff like that? I sit around and think about it and go, okay, just think like a Cerebus fan. I wish I could, but I'm a Cerebus creator. I'm Cerebus creator and librarian, but somehow I didn't get issued Cerebus fan chops.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I was going to suggest a baby throwing Cerebus Remark. I also was going to suggest, because you said you like, once you put the base layer on the cover, it's real smooth for inking of. You could always do a practice for a Sodor page on a Remark and then auction that off. Like, here's Margaret Mitchell. If you know Dave and you know the history of the work, it's this has nothing to do with the book you're about to read. But then again, most people are probably going to buy it, and this is the looking at copy, not the reading copy. The other thing I was going to suggest is I would flip through the life flashing before his eyes, and I'd say 90% of those panels would make good remarks.
Right.
I mean, it's one of those, seriously, it was probably 2 days ago working, going, yeah, baby throwing Cerebus would be a really neat idea. I got to remember to tell that to Dave. Great minds think alike.
Yes, and fools seldom differ. Okay, much food for thought there. Much food for thought.